everyone. It's Professor Noor. Today I'm gonna lecture you chapter number 5, multi-table forms. The objective of chapter number 5 is that you're gonna learn about a couple of data types today. You will learn about how to add yes or no, long text, OLE object, and attachment files. Also, you're gonna learn about how to use the input mask wizard, how to update and enter data, how to change rows and column size, how to create a form with a subform in a design view, how to modify the subform and form design, how to enhance the form title, how to change the tab steps, stops and tab orders, how to use the forms to view data and attachment, and then how you view the object dependencies, and then how to use data time long text yes or no field in a query, and then finally you're going to learn about how to create a form with a data sheet. So chapter number 5 mainly talks about using forms now. So this chapter we're going to learn about all the techniques of using the forms, right? So the first thing that we're going to do is that we're going to be using the same database that I've been using from chapter 1, 2, 3, 4. So the braid loss associate, right? So I will show you. I will open the file. Okay. So I already opened the braid loss associate. If you look in the title of the database, and then these are the all previous chapters stuff, but the thing important here is the two tables are there, right? So the first thing in your chapter number 5 is that we need to add a field with a new data types to a table. So to add that, we need to right click on account manager, right click, and then we have to go to design view, and then in the design view it's going to open the account manager in a design view, and then after the bonus we're going to add 4 new data types, okay, with a new columns. So the first column is PHR certification, and then this one is for yes or no if they have a certification. So you have to go click on the drop down and find yes and no data type. And then the next one I have is special skills. The special skills is gonna be long text. So the difference between short and long is that the long is unlimited. You can write as long as you want the description. But for the short, you can go to 255 character long. Next, we have picture. What if you want to put the manager pictures or the picture of the students or the picture of your customers? So we have a picture. The column name is going to be picture, but the data type has to be OLE object. Whenever you want to put a picture, so you have to use the OLE object. OLE stands for object linking embedded. And then finally, the last one we have is account notes. Account notes, and this one is gonna be as an attachment. What if you wanna attach a file? So then you have to use the data type attachment. And then the other one is that if you wanna have an email or a website, then obviously it's gonna be hyperlink. So in your book, they did not use the hyperlink, okay? But if you wanna create a column that says email dash website, and then you have to choose hyperlink. So in this case is an attachment. So far we have added all the new columns, the PHR certification, if they do have a certification, yes or no. Special skill is long text, like we have to write like a memo kind of stuff. Picture, if you have a picture of all the managers, we're gonna put it there. Account names, and then if account notes, so we have to put the attachment there. Now the second thing in chapter number 5 that we add those four columns in our account manager. Now the next is to use the input mask wizard. So as mentioned previously, an input mask specifies how data such as the phone number is to be entered and how it will appear. Up till now, you have seen in the previous lecture, if you have a phone number, then obviously if you want to have the separation between 410, then dash, then 861 dash, and the last 4 digit, right? So the thing is that I will create the input mask, so I don't need to put any hyphen or any parentheses between them. Automatically Access will add those things. So now you can enter an input mask directly, but you can usually will use the input mask wizard. So now why should I press the enter key and then the shift key and then I have to put those parentheses? That will slow down whoever using your database. So to do that, we need also to add the phone number. So I need to go here, and then we're gonna add an insert row. So once we after the postal code, then we have to have phone number, and then the phone number will be short text. And then if you look down, I will flash my screen, my pointer, and then if you see here, it says number 3 in row is input mask. You will click here, and all the way to the right you will see dots. You will click on it, so you will be asked that before you have to open the input mask. Before that, you have to save your tab because we add those new columns, right? So once you saved it, now it's gonna open the input mask. The wizard assists you in the creation of the input mask by allowing you to select from the list of the most frequent used input mask. So these are all the input masks we have. We have for the phone number, social security number, zip code, extension, password, long time, and so on. So our concern is the phone number, and then you can try here. So you will click here, and then you can try it. It's gonna look like this. Then hit next. Then here the input mask is gonna look like this. You don't need to do anything here. You don't need to change anything. Just here is the placeholder. So if you wanna change it to a number sign, it's gonna look like this. If you say no, I want a dollar sign, then you can, the placeholder will change to a dollar sign. I will keep it as same as the underscore, and then I will click next. And then here it says, how do you want to store the data? With the symbol in the mask or without? So obviously I need with the simple. So I will click here and then I will say next. And then there is no more next, is a wizard. So I will hit finish. So that's how to use the input mask. Next we have the next thing that we need to do is, now the book says that if you close the design view of the account manager tab, save the changes, and then if you double click to open the file in a datasheet view, and then you can see here, if you go to field, and then you see here it says more field, and then you can also change it from here. You can, it displays all the data type gallery, so you can also change them from here. All right, so the next thing now, we need to update the new field. Remember we add the phone number, and then we had added the certification, right? And then we added a new field picture and the skill, right? So we need to now update those new field. Now the first thing that we need is to enter the data using the input mask. Remember the phone number has the input mask. Look the way I will do it. So I will just click on the phone. I see my placeholder, all the formation is done. So just I have to bunch the numbers, the phone number. 825555, and then 3455, and then I will go down, and then I will bunch the second manager's phone number, 6754. See, it's so easy now. You don't need to put the parentheses or the hyphen between the numbers. It's already been formatted now. So I will put just the number 930-555-7200. Then I will go back here and I will add 779-555-1289. So this is how to enter the phone numbers. Now I will teach you how to enter data in a yes, no field. Fields that are yes, no contain a checkbox. This is the checkbox. This is the checkbox. To set the value to yes, you have to place the check mark in the checkbox. Why do we need that? A check mark indicates that the value is what? Yes or true. To set a value to no, you have to leave the checkbox blank. Okay, so to do that, for the first one, they had a certification, so I will check it with the mouse. I will click on the box in the checkbox. Now, also you can use your space bar from your keyboard. So it's gonna indicate the check means yes, and if I don't have a check, that means it's a false, it's a no, right? The next thing I have is to enter data in a long text field. Now to update the long text field, simply type the data in the field. Nothing else. You have to start typing. It's like typing a memo. You will later change the spacing to allow more room for the text. So why do we need to enter data in a long field? With the current row and column spacing on the screen, only a small portion of the text will appear. So what we need is that we need to increase the the row size so that I can see what I typed in the special skills column. So for the first one, I will go here and I will type. You can also type this stuff while you have the form created. We don't do it like this in a database. Always we type that in a form, right? So now the problem is that while I'm typing, the other thing disappears. So what I will do, I will go to the row indicator. You see where my mouse is flashing. So I will increase the height of the row 1. See, I will go back. So now whatever I will type, you will be able to see it. So excellent organizational and communication. See, I'm writing like a memo regarding the first account manager. Mentors new. This one is done. I can go down. So you can also stretch it more if you want. So you can see all what you typed. There you go. So I can go here and I will type the second one. The second one, it says conflict management negotiation skills and skill excels level relation. I'll go to the third one. Excellent communication skills. Previous IT experience. Familiar with human resources management. On the last one, the last one is accounting background. Microsoft certification in Excel. So now this is how you're gonna write down a column that is a long data. Now for the picture, so obviously you will need to go to your Canvas and you have to download the data file for chapter number 5, which is under the modules. So I already did that before I start my lecture. I downloaded under my downloads. So I will do now, whenever you wanna add a picture, obviously now to insert a data into an OLE object field, you will have to use the insert object command on the OLE field shortcut menu. To show you how to do that is this. You have to do right click and then you will see insert object. Once you hit object, insert object, it's gonna open this dialog box, and then I want you to click on create new, and then you have to select bitmap image. That's gonna open the paint program in your computer. So bitmap image, and then you have to click OK, and you will see it's gonna open the paint program, Microsoft Paint. The Paint program is an all program which is part of your Windows. Any Windows that you have, you're gonna get this program. So in this case, when this opens here, then the next thing we need to do is where you see I have the paste, which is below the file. I will flash it. So I need to go to paste from file. Paste from file. It's coming, it might take a few seconds because it has to open the folder. There you go. So I already downloaded the folder, so it's gonna be under the download in the left pane, and then data files, double click it. Chapter number 5 is module 5, and these are all the pictures. So I will select the first picture. Now remember, when you have a bitmap, you cannot use a picture which is a JPG. It has to be converted to a bitmap. Access always use the bitmap, not a JPG. So these are all JPG pictures. So you need to select the first one, Rovira Heidi. Then you will click open. The picture is gonna be in the Paint, and then you will go to file, and then you will click exit and return to the document, right? So once you do that, the picture will be part of your database. You see, it's a paintbrush picture, right? So we're gonna go and add Mark Simpson. So I will go back to the column picture for Mark Simpson, and then I will do right click, insert object. I will create a new bitmap, click OK. You will go to the group that says clipboard, paste. Below paste is a down black arrow, click it, paste from. So once you click paste from, give it a few seconds. There you go. So now this is Mark Simpson. So I select Mark, and then I will click OK. Then I will go back to file, exit, and return to the document. So the picture is being added. Now I will do Lou Bitter. Go to the column picture for Bitter. Do right click, insert object, bitmap, click OK, paste from, Now this is Bitterloo. Click open, go to file, exit and return. There you go. And then we're gonna do the last one, Kiran. So click on the picture row and do right click on it, insert object, create new bitmap image, because bitmap is more like access use those kind of image. It doesn't use other kind of pictures. So we have to convert the JPG picture to a bitmap. So click OK. It's gonna open the paint. Now go to paste from. Give it a few seconds. And then we have to put Kiran and then click OK. Then let's go to file, exit and return to the document. So all the 4 account managers picture is being added. Now I will teach you about the attachment, how to add an attachment. To insert data into an attachment field, you use the manage attachment command on the attachment field shortcut menu. Why do we need that? The manage attachment command displays an attachment dialog box which you can use to attach as many files as needed to the field. Now to do that, for the first one, Heidi, I will do right click again. This time, because it's an attachment, so it's manage attachment. You will click on it. You will get the dialog box for attachment. Then you will click on add. Then I will go to my download. I will go to the data files, module 5. And then from here, these are the files that you can attach. You can attach Excel, Microsoft Word. You can attach any files that you need. So in this case, we're gonna add the Heidi Rivera account, the Word, select, and I will click open. One file is being added. So I will add her next one. I will click on add. Then here I will look for the Excel file, Microsoft Excel here. Okay, if you want, you can change here and then you can say give me medium, or you can change to large. And then from here now I will take Heidi Rivera potential accounts, which is an Excel file. I will click open, and then I have 2 attachments for Heidi, and then I will click OK. So you see it says 2 attachment. So then for Mark, I don't have any attachment, is 0. Record has no attachment. Then I will do for Bitter, I will do right click, manage, add. It's gonna open the folder for chapter number 5. Now I will take one for Lou, which is an Excel file. You see here, Bitter Lou potential account. And I will click open and then add. So one file is added. Now I will do one for Kiran. So right click, manage attachment, add. And then if you have any file regarding Kiran, you can add it. So I don't have any, but I can just use something here like AW history. I can use that one just to show you. If you don't have anything regarding the account manager Kiran, just leave it alone. So in this case, which I don't have it, if I don't, just I will say cancel, because I don't have any attachment with it, right? So after we did that, now also we can do in your book, they said if you want to add any hyperlink, as I said earlier, you will do like right click and then it's gonna say insert a hyperlink. and then you have to point to the hyperlink on the shortcut menu to display the hyperlink sub menu, and then you have to click on edit hyperlink on the hyperlink sub menu to display the insert hyperlink dialog box, and then you have to type the desired web address in the address text box, and then you have to click OK button so that you can get the link. Right, so I have to save what I did. Now you will not be able to see the picture until you have to create the form. When you have the form, because the form is the nice place to enter data, to enter the record into the database, right? So the table is your storage location. So when I will create the table, the form, then obviously you're gonna see all these nice pictures. So I will close the account manager. Now the next is multi-table form techniques. So what I will do is that I will create a form with a sub table in it. Like I will have a master form, a table will be in the top, and then I will attach the detail table, which is gonna be in the bottom of my form. So to create the form in a form design view, so you can create a form in a design view. Why do we need that? Design view give you increased flexibility in laying out a form by using a blank design on which you can place the object in the precise location you want, right? So to do that, I will go to create, and then I will go to forms, the form group, I will flash it. And then you see the second option is form design. I will click on it. It's gonna give me a blank form, direct to the detail now, right? And then the next thing you see, the detail is that's where you have labels and text boxes that has the information that's gonna be coming from your table, right? So you will go to the form design tool in the top. The form has three options, three tabs: design, arrange, and format. So you will go to design, and then I need you to give me the add existing field. So because we need to drag the field from the existing field to the detail grid. So to do that, I will first open the add existing field, and then I will click on show all tables, and then I will start with the account manager, because the account manager is our master table, and then the detail table is all the account detail regarding the account manager, right? So I will click the plus sign to expand, and then I will drag the account manager to the detail grid like this. Then I will drag the first name. Now if you want to move them all together, just drag them like this, see? And if you want to drag individually, then you see the gray square, you will move your cursor over it, and then you can drag them individually. So once we done that, then we have the last name. Then I will have the phone number. I will drag it here. So they have to be aligned to each other. There you go. Then I have the salary. I will make it come in the front of the so. Then I want bonus rate. Then I want to drag the start date. I'm designing my form now. That's flexible because I can design the layout I want. Then I want the certification. I can put it like this, and then I can move it if I want to, so I can move underneath this. Now next, the next thing, now you can also align the control on the top and adjust the vertical spacing. Why do we need that? Aligning the top edges of the control improve the neatness and appearance of a form. Okay, it looks like my network are disconnected. So once we add this, now I need to select, so hold the shift and click on the label and the text boxes. Click, hold the shift key and select. And then to do that, what you can do also, you can select this, 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 just click, hold the shift key. Once you did all this, then you can go to alignment. Under the alignment, you see the last group says sizing and ordering. So you need to click on align, and then you will click on top. See, all been adjusted. Okay, see, all been adjusted. So if you don't like this, you wanna give some gaps between these, then I will do undo, Control Z. See, I have these space. Okay, and then the next I will do is I will drag a special skills. I will drag it. So what I will do is I will move this box down, and then I will drag the label above that to show me this is the skills. Then we need to add the picture. Drag the picture in the mat, and then this will be the label will be above the picture. So I have to select this down here, and then I will have to adjust this. Then I can increase the size of the picture box. All right, and then I need now the account notes. So you have to collapse it, then you have to drag it, and then I will drag that here, and then this will have my attachment. All right, so we add this. Now the next one is to use shortcut menu to change the fill back color. So we need to add some background color to our form. So you see here the detail bar. Let me indicate to you. So you will click, it's gonna turn to black, then do right click on it, you will see fill back color. Fill back color. So your book wants us to use this gray color. So I will select number 3, row number 3, column 1. You see the color change. Now the next is to add a title to our form. Our form should have a descriptive title. The title gives a concise visual description of the purpose of the form, right? Without the title, how I will know what this form is all about? So to do that, I will go back to the tab that says design, and then I will click on, look for the group that says headers and footer, and click on title. It's gonna add a new section, a new form section. In that section it says form 1, so we're gonna change this to account manager master form. Now we need to place the subform. Now the control group on the form design tool design tab contain a button that called tools that you use to place a variety of types of control. I'm talking about this control, right? So this control has a bunch of tools. You see, these are the tools under the controls, right? Now, to place a subform, I need to click this black arrow for more, and then you will see this is the one we need, subform subreport. Subform subreport. So you will click on it, and then you will draw the need the picture like where the telephone is. So I need my subform to be here. So I will do it like this. I hold the left key and I draw a box. Because it's being a wizard, so obviously I will stick with use existing tables and queries. Next. Now from here is asking you which is the table. So in this case, it's gonna be the account. The account table is your detail table. So from here, what we need, that I need the account number. So you can either double click it, or you can click the greater sign to add the field to the selected field box. So I can show you. You can click these also. Account name, amount paid, and then also I want the current due, and then I will hit next. Now the next one says, will you like to define which field links your main form to this subform? This is your main. So do you want to define who gonna be creating the relationship? Because both the tables been related to each other, so we don't need to do anything here. We will ask access to do the linkage process. So hit next. Now here it says if you want to give it a name, so the name will be account. I will remove the subform. Accounts of account manager, and then I will click finish, and you will notice that the subform is added, and then I can stretch it so we can see everything. Now to modify the subform and move the picture. So before we do that, so first we want to view our form. So if you look here, you have to be in the design, and then you see below the file is view, and when you click the down arrow under the view, the first option is form view, because I'm in a design view. I'm designing my form, right? So I want to run my form now. I want to view my form. So when I click here, here you go, the form is here. That's the picture. That's my sub form. And then if you look down here, the navigation button, I will click the play button. Look where my mouse indicate. So next record is Mark, Lou, and then we have Karen with her accounts. All the account information is in here. So that's her detail table. The master table is in here. And then if you go back, Lou and his attachment file has been attached. And this is his skills. Also, when you are in the form, and if you want to add a new information, a new picture, just you will do right click the same way you did in the table, and then insert object. Once you do this, the same procedure, you will go to create, then you will select bitmap, and then OK, and then the same process that you did in the table datasheet view. The same thing applies for the attachment. You will do right click, manage attachment, and then from there you can add the attachment you want. Now this is the form that we created so far. Now we need to fix the sub form, and then the picture. Let's see the picture. You see a current picture is too small, but the box is too big, right? So we need to make it stretchable, so this will stretch according to the size of the box. So to do that, what we're gonna do is this. First, we're gonna close the form, save it, and then we're gonna be saving this as account manager master form. Right? Now the individual, the account of account manager, that's the form, that's the table here, the form in a data sheet view. So this is the form now in a view, in a design, in a form view. So I'm viewing my form. So that's the sub form actually. And then if you think that you want to shrink this, and then if you think that you want to shrink this, you can do so. And if you want to increase this, you can also increase, right? And then you can close it. Now we're gonna open the master form. Double click here. That's your master form. So you can shrink the sub form. To do that, I will go below the file. There's a view. I will click this, and I can also do layout view, design view. Design view is more like have more options than the layout view. But if you want layout view, I can select this, and then I can shrink it down. So at the same time, you are seeing it, what's happening to your subform. Right? So you can also do that. Or you can go back here to design view. Design view will look like this. And then you can shrink it down. Now we're gonna fix the picture. So select the picture text box. And then let's go to design tab. and then you will see the property sheet under the tools, and then here it says size mode. Now the size mode is zoom. I will go here and I will make it stretch, so the picture will be stretched. Whatever the size is gonna be is gonna stretch itself automatically. So after I choose stretch, let's view the form. See, now the picture has been adjusted. So if I click next, it doesn't matter now, the picture will be adjusted accordingly. Okay, so if you want to increase this guy here a little bit, you can do so. Here we go. So I will go back, design view. Now the next thing we want to do is to change the labels. In a datasheet view, shortening the heading for the account manager number column to AM number made sense to save room in your table. Such change is not necessary in the form, so we need to indicate what is the AM number. If you look here, it says AM number. So if somebody is using your database and he or she wants to add a new record, she might not understand what the AM number is. So we need to change this. So click and then click inside, and then you have to type the whole thing. Account space manager space number, and delete the number sign. Now because the level has a big message now, so you have to move these individually, and then you can make it come back a little bit. Here we go. That's how to change the label. The next is to change the label effects and colors. Access lets you change many of the characteristics of the labels in the form. You can change the border style, the color, the background color, the font, and the font size, right? So to do that, we're gonna select the labels first, hold the shift key, and click on the labels. Once you did that, I will go to format, and then I will choose this color here, dark blue from the palette. I change it, and then you can also boldface, right? So if you want to have a border style, border, see the property sheet border style, now it's transparent. So click, and then in the right side you will see a drop down, and then you can use anything you want. So now it's done, so I can make it solid. Now they are solid, the border. And then the next thing that we did, if you wanna click the border width, if you want to increase the border width, now it's a hairline, and then we can give it the border width to 3 point. Click the drop down, 3 point, and then we can also give some special effects. So the special effects is under the special effects, under the property sheet, special effects. Now it's flat. Click it, the drop down. I have raised, sunken, each, shadowed, and chashlit. So in your book, they have selected the each. Okay. So we selected the each. The book says also you can choose sunken if you want. Sunken. Okay, so we have choose sunken, the special effects. Now, so we have, let's see, give me a few seconds. Yeah, this one will be obviously each. And then if you see, these are the each. Now, if you want, we can also use the property for the text boxes. So you can select the text box, hold the shift key. And then the special effect, you can say sunken. And then if you want to give a border, style, back color, and then if you want a bold face, the bold face should be under border. It should be under style is normal. Border width is this, and then if you wanna make it bold face, we can also do it from here. So I can hit from the font. It should be font under the property. Also, if you go to format, it should be somewhere here. Let me see all. It should be font weight. So if you are not able to see it, just click on the boldface here. There you go. We boldfaced. And then these ones also you can hold the shift key, the levels. The form has to look nice. Then I will make it boldface. Right? After that, now let's view the form. So go to design, view form. So that's now your form looks like. Okay, nice. Now to modify the appearance of the form title. You can enhance the title in a variety of ways by changing its appearance. Okay, so to do that, we're gonna go back to the design view, and you can move, you see the black detail bar, move your cursor until you see the black arrows, hold the left key and drag it down to get some space, select, and then you can increase from here. And then you can go to format, you can increase the size, you can boldface, you can also go to the property, and then if you see text align, you can align it to the center. Text align to the center, and then also you will see if you want to give any line spacing, you can give some space. Also we have font weight. If you want a bold face, semi bold, so you can use the semi bold. That's what I was looking at, font Font weight is when you want a boldface. Okay. And then if you wanna use font size is 28. If you wanna change it, that's what I'm good. And then we also have text. Text align, we need to distribute evenly. So distribute, we said text align, distribute even. So, and then if you wanna drop a shadow, which is not in your book, but I can show you. Look for special effect. I can drop a shadow just to show you. And then if you want to drop any color to it, you can select the back color. Right here, you can use some color. See, if you say I don't want it, just you can change it to white. You see, so go here, or you can just delete it. Okay, you're gonna change the black color. Okay, and then if you wanna give a shadow color, so that's the back color. Okay, I will drop this. See how nice. Now if you wanna close the space, just move the bar again to the top. Otherwise, they're gonna be a big gap. Now, if you see that I have some gap here, you have to highlight now, draw like a box with all the object will be selected. See? Now I can drag one of them. There you go. Now let's view the form. Go to design. That's your form now. Now, if you tap it, it goes to wherever you wanna go. See? But if something happened, you add a new field, and then if you want when you tap from your keyboard, it should go to that specific um, text box, specific field. So then you need to go to design view, and then you will see here tab order under the tools, tab order, and then you can adjust the order from here. Right? So we did that. So if you want to change any of these, you can do so. Then how you gonna change it? You can just move your cursor and drag it. You can drag it. Look, wherever you want that to be here. And then now let's say if you want, when I tap it, it shouldn't go to the first name, it should go to the last name. Then look what you're gonna do. You're gonna move this up. Now okay, let's view. I will tap it now. I'm here in 31. It goes to the last name. You see that? Then it's gonna go to the first name. So I will go back. I will change it. Tab order, and then I will drag. So it has to go to the first name, then the last name. All right. So we did this. And then let's view the form again. And then if you want to view the attachment. Then you can double click it to open the document in Word. And it's going to open the Excel file in Excel. There you go. Now, the next one we have is object dependencies. In Access, object can depend on other objects. For example, a report depends on the table or the query on which it is based, right? So a change to the structure of the table or query could affect the report also. So if you did any changes to your table or to the query that you create the table from, then obviously the report is gonna also change, right? So the object dependencies, how we're gonna do that is we're gonna go first. I will close the account, save the changes. Now what I will do is I will select the account table, and then I will go to the database tools, and if you look under the relationships object dependencies, you will click on it, and then here is gonna tell you let me get it back, is here who is depend on who. So this is your object dependencies, and it says object that depends on me, the table account. Which object depends on the account table? So here, because we create a relationship with the account manager, so it depends on this query, depends on this table and all these forms, right? And then the next one, it says object that I depend on. Okay, so these are the two options. So if you click this, now this will tell you that object that I depend on. So you don't depend on this, except that the account manager is the table which I depend mainly. If somebody asks you that which of the table that that you depend most in your database, so it's gonna say the account manager table, you see. So if you wanna see object that depend on me, which table? The account, because that's what I selected. I wanna figure out which of these the table object depends on, the forms depends on that table, and the report also depends on the account table. So you can close it with the X. That was the object dependencies. Now date, time, long text, and yes or no field in a query. So if you have those long date, time, yes or no field, how you gonna use the query for those columns that they are long text, yes or no, right? So to use date, time, long text, and yes or no field in a query. So to do that, we have to go to create, query design. We have to select the account manager, close it. I will choose the account manager number, last name, double click it, first name, so that you're gonna add it to the grid, and then start date, double click it. Then I'm looking for special skills, and then I'm looking for PHR certification. Right now we want to find for the date. We want to find the account manager who started after January 1st, 2015. After, then I will go to the criteria row, but below the start date, and then I will say greater 1/1/2015 after January. So it's gonna say greater January 1st, 2015. Then run your query. So you have August 3rd, 2015, and then 11/9/2016. Then you can save it, and then you can print it and give it to your boss. Now if you go back to the design view, and then what if your boss says, I want those who've been hired after January 1st, and also the description that says communication, the skill who have communication, but I don't know what is before and after communication. So you will put the asterisk, the multiplication sign. So it's the asterisk space communication, and I don't know what is after communication, I said. So run the query. So you only have one excellent communication skill, right? So that's how you're gonna fetch those information that they are long integer date. And now for the yes or no. So for the yes or no, we're gonna say I will delete all this. I will delete this. I wanna get those who have a certification. Yes, they do. So you will type yes. Under the criteria row below the PHR certification, run the query. There you go. Heidi Rivera is the one that she have a certification, PHR certification. So that's how we use that. Now I will teach you, I will close the query. I will save it as query. Now the next one we need is to create a form. So we're gonna use a blank form now. So click on the blank form. Once you hit the blank form, and then if the field list is not visible, so you can click on add existing field from the ribbon, and then you will click show all tables, and then from here you can just click on the account, and then you can pick and drop what you want. So I want account like this. I want the first name, I want the last name. Then you said you want the bonus. Creating a form with a data sheet in a layout view now. And then you can also do the other table here, and then account. I will use the account number. There you go. And then I can use the account name. Right? I can do like that. If you want to delete a select. Okay. And then let's try again for this one. We can do like this. I will delete this. Select until you see the orange, delete. So you can select this account number, hold the shift key, select the account name, the control. No, you have to select only one at a time. Okay, so you have to just drag it, and then we can check if I can. So you can add them like this too. Okay, so the book doesn't want us this. So I will select, I will delete it. Okay, or you can add like this. You can so remove this, and let's go to the design, and then you can stretch this guy a little bit down like this, and then you will go to design. You will select these subform sub. You will click on it. You will draw the box, and then you will go to existing table, next, account name, and then you want amount paid, and the current due, the next, and then next. Then I can delete the label. Then I can view my form. See? You can stretch it. So we can go back here, layout, and then you can stretch it. And then these ones, you can shrink it down. Here you go. If I go next, right? So we created the form from a blank form, right? Also, in your book, they said you can create a multi-base on money table. So to show you that is this. I will close it. I will save it as form 1. Now to do that, we can also do like this. I will go to create form wizard, and then also I can use more forms, multi-item forms, datasheet, but here I will use the form wizard from the master table. I will use everything, and then from the detail table, which is the account, I will use account name, and then I will use amount paid, and the current due, and the total. Next, 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 finish. It's gonna look like this with multiple table. Then obviously you have to go to the design, and you have to adjust the way you want them to be, right? So if you don't want these ones here, you will go to design, and then just delete those extra ones. Let's check it out now. Go to design. Then we need to delete more. These are all the attachment one. So we don't want all the. There you go. With multiple tables. So this ends our chapter number 5, and I hope that you have learned how you're gonna use the new thing that you learned in chapter number 5. You have learned 4 kinds of data type: yes, no, long text, oily objects. I teach you attachments, and also I teach you how to use the input mask. I taught you how to create a form and then how to add a subform. So next time I will lecture you chapter number 6. Enjoy and have a nice day. Bye.